Hi, beautiful people. My name's Amy. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a black, queer, trans, COVID conscious, disabled, neuroexpansive, world traveler, and migrant, especially one with AuDHD, who is AuDHD. And in this video, my intention is to come to y'all as unmasked and as real as possible my experiences traveling as someone who is autistic and give you some tips and some ideas of things that have helped me or may help you at the end. If you like this video at the end, make sure you like it, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions down below. But let's get into it. So I first want to say that traveling, especially as an autistic person, is not always easy. And also I figured out I was autistic midway through my travel journey, which helped me in some ways and also made it more overwhelming, because it's once you're aware of something and once you're aware of it's one thing for something to bother you, but also once you're aware of why it bothers you, but also probably how much you've been pushing it down or downplaying how much it bothers you, it's a lot, whether it's sensory, whether it's whatever. If you would have asked me, I realize now, looking back, I put so much more thought into where I'm staying, looking at the pictures, looking at the reviews, all this stuff, way more than I saw other people I saw traveling and talking about travel. I'm looking at the lights, what color the lights are, how the lights look. I'm looking at how many people are per room. I'm trying to figure out is there a curtain? I'm trying to figure out, is there a light inside the thing? I'm trying to look at the bathroom. I'm trying to look at the common area. I'm trying to see if it's on a busy street. All the senses. Another thing is I feel people don't realize too is being autistic and being abroad, traveling sometimes can feel isolating, because if you're solo traveling, if you haven't found your people, it can be hard to sit with trying to navigate the nuances of the social cues, expectations of different spaces. And that can be isolating, because if you don't get it right, I have been on the end of not getting it right and getting it right, and it's really fucking hard. What? Am I not muted? Oh, I'm muted. Okay. I sat with a friend, and they're falling asleep, and I thought I was unmuted, just talking their ear off, but I'm muted. Anyway, it can be hard. And the thing is, while in the ideal world, I want to tell you, be you, just be your unmasked self. And that is honestly my... Okay, now they're snoring. That is what I want to say and what I feel is important. And also, I can't say that has led me sometimes to isolation at times. What I will say is that, being you is always the answer. And sometimes, even if it doesn't have the reaction or the outcome that you want it to have, it's what the world needs. The world needs more people to be who the fuck they are. So I just want to say that too. And I've been on the end where it's people love me in my authenticity and expressing myself until it makes them uncomfortable. And that has to do with me being trans, me being black, and me being disabled, me being COVID conscious, so on and so forth. So there's that. So there's that piece. Also, I just want to say that to a certain extent, traveling while autistic, I feel we have... A lot of people say being autistic, some of your senses are very sensitive, and I feel I don't know, when I'm having certain experiences, when I'm in the joy or the complexity of something, I'm able to feel all of it. And whether it's I smell something that's smells really good, I smell it, I'm wow, that's amazing. But if I smell something bad, I'm ooh, that needs to go. Somebody I'm noticing myself getting anxious and trying to figure out what is the right thing to say. And I'm going to show up just as I am. Because that's what kept me from making content for a long time, is like feeling like I need to find the right thing to say. And the reality is with this content, I just want to share my experience with y'all. I just want to be a real ass space where y'all can hear real ass, whether it be conversations or experiences of like what it's like to travel the world through the identities that I have, and maybe those identities match or overlap with some of your identities. What else? I'll say this. When it comes down to it, traveling while autistic can be really overwhelming. The constant changes, the constant trying to regulate your nervous system and trying to regulate everything. And the reality is a lot of the things that you're going to be around, you can't regulate, you can't control. But also I feel like that has helped me expand my window of tolerance, or my comfort zone of like, and also reminded me of what I am capable of, or what I do have capacity for. I will say there's definitely tools and things that help, like something like things like whether you get like como se dice, like I don't want to shout out that brand, but earplugs, like reusable earplugs that are really good. You can find some different places. Noise canceling headphones. I don't go anywhere without these now. These ride or dies. Like some of the other tips I suggest too is like creating routines or predictability or structure when you can, whether that's what you're going to eat, whether that's like you have that one thing or those one few things that is like this is what I can look forward to. This is a thing that either won't change or I have control over. That does help, especially when so much is changing. If you're changing and moving a lot and like meeting different people and going to different places, it can help a lot. Knowing where my comfort zone is, where my edge is, and what are like my signs of like, this is too much, like I can't move past this point. Knowing that point helps you a lot. Like there have been times when I've traveled when I do have funds or more resources or like accessibility, like once I've hit that point, it's like, okay, at this point I need to make sure I'm getting water, I'm getting food, and I'm doing something that more will help me get back to my comfort zone. Because if I continue outside of that edge for too long, if it's within my control, and I have been in situations where I don't have resources, I don't have money, I don't have the ability to really change it, but if I can, I'm going to try to get myself back in that comfort zone just so that I can regulate enough and potentially go back out there. Because if I don't bring myself back to that comfort zone, I'm going to start hating outside the comfort zone. I'm never going to want to go back outside the comfort zone. I'm not going to want to see my edge. I'm going to be like, no, but it's not safe there. Also, like, bring your comfort items, whether it's a plushie or a blanket. I have, like, different little things that I bring that help me, and, like, sensory support. So, like, for me, like, earlier in my travel, one of those things was a candle. My sense of smell is, like, really strong. Very, very, very sensitive. Very, very, very sensitive. And so I would have a candle sometimes, and that would have different uses. It would either help me to like better the smell of somewhere, because you can't control that all the time, of somewhere I'm going. It would help me with relaxing, it would help me with grounding, it would help me with like spirituality things, but also like it's just sensory support as well, because I'm able to put this this thing that's like maybe causing overwhelm or overstimulation for me. It's like, okay, this is a scent that's familiar, and that familiarity will help me come back to my ground, like to being grounded. Or whether that's string lights. Sometimes, like, oh my gosh, fluorescent lights, bright lights, whatever, like if it's too much, it's too much. So if I have string lights, I've bought string lights in a lot of places I've lived. It helps a lot just to like be able to have another option of what lighting looks like. So I say this all to say, like, obviously this video wasn't a bunch of answers or big things, but I just wanted to reflect a little bit and offer a very, in my opinion, realistic explanation of like what traveling like as an autistic person can be like, and what things can help. I know it's not linear. I know that there's some sentences that started and didn't finish and things like that. And that's where I'm going to open it up. and let y'all know down below to, if you have questions, comment them down below. I am down to make more videos. If y'all have other questions or other identities I hold, or just in general, I'm down to answer them. But something was just telling me that I need to poke my head back out in these content creation streets and just let y'all know that I'm here. And I want to share whatever information I have, whatever perspectives or experiences, and be vulnerable and real in them, and also like help others along the way. I was thinking a lot about today. I don't know what my role for the revolution is, but I think it's me being my vulnerable, sensitive self and being honest about that and sharing that and offering branches to others and being visible and authentic in that. It's not easy, but I still do it. And the only reason I'm able to still do it is because I'm continuously finding people in my life that help me to know that it is safe to be me, and it's safe to take chances and take risks, and that if I fall, I won't be falling alone. All right, y'all. I love you. Feel free to comment down below, to share this. If no one told you today, I'm glad I was the first person to tell you I love you. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.